how much money are you making a month as a
Month, I'm
part-time signing agent?
around 4,000 a month. Never would have thunk, like on my 34 years of living, that I would one, own a business, and two, do it part-time, and then three, make 4,000 a month just working 20 to 25 hours a week.
If you are interested in how a part-time signing agent has built his business and how much part-time signing agents make, well, part-time, you're going to want to watch this video. Hello there. My name is Mark Wills. I'm a mentor to over 50,000 notaries across this country. And today I have signing agent, or I should say part-time signing agent Jerome from the great state of New Jersey. How you doing, brother?
I am living life like it's golden. How are you?
Oh, like it's golden. It's going good. Your story is incredible because I tell all these stories about full-time signing agents making $20,000 a month, but I want to start telling stories about people who build this business part-time while building another passion full-time. The best part about this business isn't the money, it's the freedom. So speaking of the freedom, how many hours a week do you work in your signing agent business, more or less?
So I average on around 20 to 25 hours a week.
How much money are you making a month as a
Month, I'm
part-time signing agent?
around 4,000 a month.
$4,000 a
Yeah.
month, working 20 hours a week. Like when I say that back to you, what feelings come through your body?
There's so many feelings, but I would definitely say one thing is accomplishment, because never would have thunk, like on my 34 years of living, that I would one, own a business, and two, do it part-time, and then three, make 4,000 a month just working 20 to 25 hours a week. That's
I love
just
this.
blows my mind, and definitely just accomplished
Well, let's
so many
tell the
emotions.
story, man. I feel the energy. I see your smile. But I think what makes the story really, really awesome is the fact that you're building this part-time while trying to build your real passion. And again, I want to tell a story where you can do both. It doesn't have to be all signing agent or all my passion. You can build something consistent and do it. So what is your passion?
A nonprofit theater company based out in New Jersey. Been in the theater world for the past 20 years, and I started this theater company back in 2017. And I just wanted to create a platform for artists of color that look like me, because for the 20 years I've been doing this, um, I I've been fortunate to learn everything that I've learned, but again, I just want to take all of that and provide it back to someone.
I love that you're doing this for your community, the people who also want to be in theater. And the cool part is you now have two businesses you are building simultaneously, one that pays the bills and one that you're really passionate about. So let's kind of start from the beginning here. Something got us to this point where you're a part-time signing agent. Something came to this point where this business is what you decided to do. How did we get there? And just take people back, because I think that's an inspirational part of your journey, man.
I started my business in March of last year, and then I worked simultaneously with my full-time job over in Philly. And then I unfortunately got laid off. That's when I know it sounds cliche, where I hit rock bottom. And like literally when I got laid off, I just felt like crap. In other words, I didn't know what to do next. I didn't know where the next dollar was coming from. I had to just try to figure out a way to get myself out of this hole that I was digging myself into. I know that I was in my room for a couple of days, just a little bit depressed, just trying to figure out what I was gonna do next. And then I landed on the loan signing system, and then I'm like, this is gonna be my ticket out.
Thank you for really diving into where you were emotionally and mentally when you got laid off. But I think it's inspirational is you could have looked at everything negatively, but you didn't play victim. You're like, look, for things to change, I got to make a change. And I think that's inspirational because you made a decision to kind of go all in. You're doing this part-time now, but at what moment were you like, no, this is a new, fresh start where I can now really focus on my theater business and this? Like, what clicked for you that you were able to do both? Because I think sometimes people think, oh, I got to go all in on my signing agent business and kind of put away their own dreams and passions. So what clicked for you?
With this signing service business, I was actually able to make the same amount of money, half of the amount of hours that I would in a full-time job. And with that, it definitely gave me more than enough time to actually focus more on my other passions.
You're like, I've learned how to live off of X money. So once I make that, I'm now going to use my time to build what I'm really passionate about.
definitely.
I hope everybody heard that. Once I'm able to match my salary that I've been living on for the past 5 years, it's now time for me to really build what I want to build for the future, Jerome. And I think a lot of people get sucked in the rat race of like, oh my gosh, I'm able to make this money now. Well, I want to make 3 times it. And they lose their passion in life and their zest and what they really want. The light bulb went off for you. It wasn't to make more money. It was now I'm free to build what I'm passionate about. Like, that's incredible, dude.
Now that I have the time to balance both, it gives me the freedom not only for my theater of the passion business, but it also gets me time to spend with my family, time to spend with my mom. I'm like the baby of like 4 kids. So yeah, just like spending time with my mom, type of thing. Sometimes where we'll go out to signing, she'll come out with me if I need a witness. And then just like spending time with her in the car. And then also just spending time with my nieces and nephews. They're growing up so fast. I just remember when they were born, and now just like spending time with them and having like uncle, niece, nephew time, and also just like time with my siblings as well. Something that I haven't really gotten the chance to do.
I hope everyone hears this. Everybody chases money, and that's what causes you to go out of whack. You're like, you have someone who understands your priorities. My priorities is just making enough money to where I can live. But money's not everything. Family's everything. Chasing my passion is everything. But I understand as a human, I got to have my basic needs met. But I
Yes.
love that once you have those needs met, life is bigger than how much money you have in your bank account. That's beautiful, dude. And I hope everyone's hearing, because what I'm hearing, what I love about this business, and thank you for letting me showcase your journey, is
Of course.
it's this business is about building something that's around what you believe in is right, what your priorities are. Look, some people want to make $1 million. I think that's awesome. Some people want to be like you, get your needs met, be with my mom, be with my nieces, be with my nephews, and then give back to my community. And what makes this business amazing is whatever you make of it. Like
Definitely.
Jerome, I just hear a human who's just really in line with their purpose, who really understands what brings them happiness. And I hope someone is inspired by this video. It's because it's like, you could go all in if you wanted to and put 20 hours a day into marketing. You could, but it's like, why? Because I don't want to push away my priorities, which is family and giving back to my community. I mean, this conversation's so good. I want to show more people you can make money as a part-time signing agent around whatever it is that makes you happy. And you've been crystal clear on that. Well, let's keep inspiring people. So you're doing $4,000 a month like clockwork. Like what kind of advice would you give to another part-time signing agent to duplicate or replicate what you've built?
You definitely want to like time block your
Mm,
days, because everybody gets the same 24 hours. It's just a matter of like on what you do with it.
love it.
And you also want to like pace yourself as well, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. Because
Mm,
when you first started, like how I did, um, within the past year, I noticed like sometimes I would overwhelm myself with like too much going on at
yeah.
the same time and trying to accomplish too much at the same time.
Let's unpack that a little bit, Jerome.
Yes.
I don't think people know how to time block. So let's teach them Jerome's way. The start of your day is more or less what time?
So my day is at 8 o'clock.
Okay, so how much of that day do you dedicate towards your signing agent business?
I time block 5 hours a day.
Perfect. Okay, so basically 8 to 1. So
Eight
my
to one.
question to you is this, and I think that this is really good feedback. From 8 to 1, are you doing any theater work?
No, not at all.
That's what I want people to hear. So what I think everyone knows about time blocking, but they don't understand the discipline it takes to time block. Because what happens if 8 to 1, it's like, look, it's only signing agent business.
Yep.
I'm not going to allow my other priorities to creep in. If I'm time blocked for signing agent stuff, business, whether it's admin, marketing, signings, whatever, that's all I'm doing. I'm not going to allow my other likes and interests to kind of creep into that. Like, explain that.
Like you said, it's just pretty much signing service work. That's all I do from 8 to 1, right? So I would usually spend like the first hour, like checking emails, sending out marketing emails as well, and then also just following up with how the companies I visited, physically visited, or even like emailed you. And then from like 9 to 10, I would focus on posting social media things. I know that there's a great CRM program that LSS created, and from like 9 to 10, I would focus on getting all my information together to create my posting for my social media, not only for like the rest of the week, but also like the following week as well. And then from 10 to 12, I most likely would either have a signing, or I would just like continue on hammering out the marketing.
Here's what I love is even the time block has time blocks.
Yes.
I want everybody to hear that 8 to 9, he does this, 9 to 10, he does this, 11 to 12, he does this, 12 to 1, he does this. And what he said is, if I don't have a signing, I'm jumping back into admin. Like, there's no wasted time. Here's what I love about part-time signing agents, by the way. And I want everyone to hear this. Is most of the time, not sometimes, most of the time, my part-time signing agents get more done in 5 hours than my full-timers do in 8 hours. Why? Because you realize I only have 5 hours for this. So there's no wasted effort, no wasted activities. Sometimes when you have a full-time opportunity, it's very easy to push that to the next hour. Like, oh, it's 10, but I can do that at 1. Oh, it's 1, I can do that at 2. But not with my part-timers. Like, I only got 8 to 9, man. I only got 9 to 10, man. I only got 11 to 12. And so I wanted to hear this. Your time block is time blocked.
Yes.
And that is the key to what makes successful part-time signing agents successful. I mean, what an incredible journey. I just want to say thank you again, because people really focus on the money when it's really the freedom that I want people to start talking about. So let's take people through your journey a little bit. Now you're making $4,000 a month consistently. If I remember correctly from what you shared with me, it's been about the last 6 to 7 months where you're pretty consistent at $4,000 to $5,000 a month.
Yes.
But the first, let's say 6 to 8 months, it was a really good, steady, gradual increase. 200, 700, 800, 1,000, 1,200. But it didn't happen like that out of the gate. I want to tell a very honest, transparent picture here. It hasn't always been $4,000, but now it is. But you're a year and a half into the business, right? The past 6 to 8 months have been consistent because of the first 6 to 8 months. Talk people through your journey of building it to this consistent $4,000 level.
One of the things that I stayed consistent with was that whenever I got a notification through a signing service, text-wise, I would say that I'm available. And soon after I hit available, I get the phone number and I call them. I call the signing service. They're like, hi, just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Jerome from J. Arthur Notary Services. And I just wanted to reach out to you about this one signing notification that I got. If it's not assigned to a notary as of yet, I'll be more than happy to do this signing for you.
Everyone just heard your script. I love it. Loan signing system script. But my question to you is, how many of those did not turn into signings? And why didn't you quit, keep doing what you were doing? I'm trying to get into the mindset, because someone will do that same phone call, Jerome.
Yes.
Will not get the signing assigned and never make that phone call again. So I want to now dive into kind of the mindset of a successful part-time signing agent. So I want the truth. How many times did you make that phone call that did not lead to a signing? But how that consistency ended up what? Leading to signing. So walk people through that a little bit.
Yeah, there were more signings that I can't even count that I would call, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll let you know. I'm gonna speak to the scheduler and then get back to you. Never heard back from them. But I definitely did not let that deter me. I mean, I just kept on pushing and pushing, because if not, then no one else is gonna do it but me. So, and then I definitely did not want to take myself back into last year when I got laid off, because that was like the worst that I've ever felt. And I did not want to go back to sitting in my room for a couple of days and doing the whole shoulda, coulda, woulda, wishing type of thing. I kept on telling myself, Jerome, yes, this is not your moment right now, but if you keep on pushing, keep on consistent with it, eventually they're going to break and be like, you know what, let's give Jerome a chance to see how good he is. And then when they gave me that opportunity, I killed it. I was on top of everything. I triple checked everything, and then also like made sure that they had no reason to not choose me the next time. So I just kept consistent and going at it.
I'm in the background here getting juice for you, because, like, I mean, if you treat this business like a hobby, it will give you the results of a hobby. If you treat this business like a business, you will make money like a business. And that's all I heard was from day one, someone who understood and believed in invisible growth. I may not see me growing, but I know I'm growing. Some people want to plant a tree and get the fruit the same day they planted the seed, but you understood early. And what I loved is you tapped into the pain. And whatever you got to do to motivate you, you got to do. But you're like, I'm not going to go back to that room where I was depressed for 2 days. I'm not going to go back to letting someone else dictate whether I have a job or not. but it's through
Exactly.
your perseverance that you've built what you've built. And that's a $4,000 a month signing agent business where you can literally build what you're really passionate about. So kind of wrapping up this conversation, man, if somebody else is where Jerome was, you know, in that dark place, just got laid off, feeling less than, what would you say to them to inspire them to keep going? Because look where you're at today, dude. You're a super aligned human, business, family, passion. Like that should be a shirt. Business, family, passion. We should all be living that some type of alignment. So if someone's in a dark spot, what would Jerome say to help them move forward and not stop and believe in that invisible growth?
I would tell them that it is okay to be there for a hot second, but you need to get out of that funk because if not, you're just gonna keep on going down a rabbit hole that you cannot dig yourself out of. So I would definitely tell them to get off, get stand up and get up and just keep on going at it. Just keep on pushing. Just keep on going and going. Because if you keep on going and going, eventually once you look back, they'll be like, I actually did that. Like
Yeah.
now I have 90% of my work is coming direct and I'm making $200-300 a signing. So just keep pushing. Just keep going. Just
My
keep going.
favorite,
No matter that,
my favorite thing you said in there is stand up. Just stand up,
keep
man.
going.
You're just stand up, keep going. Thank you for inspiring everybody. Thank you for taking us through the day of a part-time signing agent. You know, it's time blocking. The time block is time blocked. You don't let your other activities seep into your other activities. And I love what you said. It's for me, it's about business, about passion, about family. It's about living your in alignments, what I would call it. And no one does that better than you. And look, I'll be the first one to say that some of these signing agent students making $12,000, $15,000 a month, they're unaligned. They're all business. They're all gas, no brakes. And I think sometimes that is appropriate. And then sometimes it's taking your foot on the brake and be like, you know what? I'm going to pause. I'm going to be with family because family is more important because money doesn't buy happiness. Fulfillment does. And doing things that fill your cup up. And if we're only chasing money, money is a cup that is not fillable. There's always going to be a hole at the bottom. But like you, Jerome, you make that choice, man. So I can go on for hours. I appreciate. Is there anything else you want to say as we wrap this conversation up to inspire part-timers, to encourage people to keep going? I'll give you the last words, man.
Well, like I said before, just like pace yourself while you're doing this business. Because you definitely don't want to burn yourself out at both ends. But just keep on going, because at the light at the end of the tunnel, especially in this career, it would definitely open up your freedom to having more time, freedom with family, to discover other passions, and also to like meet great people
Yeah.
on your
Well,
journey.
you said something. So let me ask you this question: Is what is your favorite part about being a notary signing agent? If you can boil it down to one thing, what would it be for you, man?
My favorite part is just meeting other souls and other people that's on the same journey as I am.
Mm.
And if I have like any questions or like any thought process, I could always like run it by them to like see if they're on the same wavelength. And they'll also like vibe with me and like give me like the same feedback. It was like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Or it's like, hey, I've actually been through that road before. You might want to like watch out for these couple things, or you might
Yeah.
not want to do this. You want to go down this route instead.
Yeah, what
So
I heard is someone who loves community. And
yes,
and you're someone who just doesn't say it to say it. You're trying to build another community for people who look like you in the theater world. And so that is someone who's living in alignment. Like your favorite part about the notary business is the notary community. But you're also trying to recreate that for another passion of yours. And
definitely.
everything I hear is someone who's just living in alignment. Everything they do is there's no inauthentic part about you. Like you talk about the favorite part of this business, and it's the community, and you're also trying to create a community for your other passion. Like that's really living in alignment. And so my biggest takeaway, and you've inspired me, is that, when we live in alignment, we become fulfilled. And when all the little buckets are kind of filled up, that's when happiness is. And you can feel your energy and your kindness, and you're just living in peace right through this video. And I love how you didn't allow getting laid off to destroy who you are at your essence. And that is someone who knows what living in alignment is. And so thank you, brother. I can't wait to keep seeing where you go on your journey. I can't wait to see the theater business explode. If there's anything I can do to support that, man, you know that I'm here. So pick my brain on that. And dude, till the next time I talk, I'll see you soon, brother. Bye. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Hey, LSS fam. Just wanted to actually send you guys an update. I am actually on track to hit my first 10K. First 10K. This is bittersweet. Really want to just thank the LSS community for all your support and your help, and for Mark for always believing in us and talking wisdom and truth and love into us.
I hope this story inspires you and lets you know what is possible around your full-time work schedule. If you're ready to make extra income part-time, working for your own self as a notary signing agent, then click the link below to get started today. And if you like this video, hit like and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode. And as always, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more content just like this. Let's go.